Hey everyone, welcome to another video. I'm excited to do this video. It's been a little while. Just digging right in, fighting your fears. And I hope that by the end of this video you'll understand that this isn't to overcome your fears and be full of light and never feel fears ever again, because that's not what I'm gonna help you with in this video. That's impossible in this planet. In a human state, unfortunately it's impossible. But I'm just gonna narrow down some topics, and hopefully I could give you tools to help you and to help you know how to respond to situations and how to think things throughout, to have minimal fear effects in your life, So the first topic is acceptance. That's like the core of fighting your fears. Accepting these heavy emotions, these challenging different thought and behavior patterns, whether it's through traumas, triggers you might go through because of maybe childhood traumas. Maybe you lost someone. We lost people, especially these past few years, and just feeling all these different painful emotions, being able to come to a place where you accept these emotions, you accept these different thoughts, and you could try to find a space where you feel self-love and love towards others, and you could have self-compassion towards yourself during this state that you're going through, and understand that we're social creatures. It's normal to feel these painful, fearful emotions. We can't just get over it fast. There's no expiration date. We're all different, all these different challenges and these different experiences that we go through that hurt us. Feeling stress, feeling anxiety, right? In our culture, it's terrible to feel these things, right? Don't feel it. It's bad for you. It's actually not too bad for you. It's actually a tool that you could use. It could work in your favor, but you don't want to do it excessively. So be in a space where you could accept all these different hurtful, intense emotions and hurt and pain, and not be able to suffer through them, And if anything, understand that sometimes stress could help you be more productive. You could use it, you could channel it to what you want to do in your life. Right now for me, whether it's physical discomforts or just different painful situations, not every day is going to be a good day, and being able to utilize these stressful things to be able to act out in, doing crafts and doing art. That's what I'm doing, and it's so great because it's so therapeutic for me. And at the same time, like, I'm at the point where I'm going to start marketing what I'm doing, and I'm doing it when I feel the stress, when I feel the anxiety. If you're in a great mood, don't do something that's therapeutic, because when you're not in good spirits, you're going to want to do things. You're going to want to have backups, You're going to want to have plans to be able to do something that could help you avoid something. What can I do to not feel or experience these painful times, But acceptance is really key to this. Next topic is undecisiveness. Not being true to your nature. It's a lot of cases that I've seen personally, and statistics where people get to such a fearful state because their pleasures, their values, their desires in life is not morally accepted, or is not accepted, in their religion, maybe their family, whatever it may be, they just feel so bad and so sinful and so shameful towards themselves that, they're undecisive. They don't know what to do. You're at a place where you're telling yourself all these lies. The fear is telling you all these lies because you committed something that you don't believe in, you don't like, that you think's not healthy. Chances are it probably is healthy for you. And especially if you believe in a supreme deity, in a god or multiple gods, they know you. They know your heart. They know, or he knows, or she knows, what you feel in your heart. They know your struggles. They know your desires. They know temptations. To be able to find acceptance, right? That's why I put these in order. Find acceptance and don't feel this shame. Don't feel these low vibrational emotions. Don't feel these low, heavy emotions, because it's so poisoning, It's so crippling. It's terrible. And being undecisive, it doesn't let you act out on your values. It doesn't let you be who you are. Maybe you're holding yourself back. Maybe you're hiding who your true nature is. Be who you are. Love yourself, and accept who you are. And then people come into play. Then people will accept you, and some people won't accept you. And as long as you can accept that, everything will be fine. I like to say, the more resistance, the more persistence. The more you just resist and think I'm shameful, I suck. And the more you feel these things and you don't accept it, the more it's going to persist. These behavior patterns, these thoughts. As I said in my other video, all these layers, and it's hard to break behavior patterns and thought patterns when you have a lot of layers of it. And that brings me to perfectionism, right? We always go through perfectionism. There's always a time where we think that we suck and we don't act out in our goals and our values in our lives. We start something, we give it up. Self-critic, right? I hate perfectionism. It sucks. But I'm at the point right now where I'm accepting it and I'm channeling it, right? Just acceptance. That's why I started with it. Perfectionism with fear, again, the fear is going to give you all these thoughts. You're going to tell yourself that you suck. You're going to self-diagnose yourself. You're going to probably be irritable because you're going to probably lie to people and tell people what you think they want to hear. Maybe a people pleaser. I was a people pleaser. It sucks. That perfectionist state, it's terrible. It could affect your health physically. It sucks. It's terrible. And you don't want to live your life with your feet in two different places. Find acceptance and just know that not everything's going to be perfect. Not everything's going to be easy. Make decisions where you're going to be willing, right? Like I touched on in the video, you're going to be willing to take risk in life. And if there's rewards, it would be even better. It's great. You can stick with that. If there's no rewards, then it's going to be in a place where you at least know, and you at least are now going to be able to avoid that. Be careful now, because practicing avoidance too radically could affect you. It could affect your peace. It could affect your mind state as well, And that brings me to not placing judgment. That is another huge topic. Not placing judgment to a situation. Whether it's a project you want to do, something where like your goals are, your values are. you're going to place judgment to that, and that self-critic is going to impede you from doing what you want to do in your life. Or maybe, you know, people around you, maybe there's people that did something and you're going to start thinking they did this because of that. Or maybe you love someone, right? And somebody did something to a special person you care about. Oh, they probably did this because of that. You're going to say your perspective and they're going to say their perspective. And again, all these different layers of just behavior patterns that you're going to feed each other. And it's so detrimental. And the best thing you could do is just find acceptance with it. You know, excuse me, it's the clock. Find acceptance. Just think that this happened. Now I know what happened. And as I said earlier in the video, what can I do to avoid this situation? How can I behave to avoid that situation? Careful with avoidance, but of course we have our flight or fight response, right? And it's in our nature to survive and to go in past where the path channels and it boosts our health and it channels our belief systems and it serves us. So just be careful. Be careful of placing judgment on people, even placing judgment with a person that's around you. You know, if you like co-regulate, you know, good vibes, bad vibes, right? Co-regulation. I just learned that myself with getting help. Like people that could be around you, they might be having a bad day, they might be struggling, and you could pick up on those vibes, right? You could pick up on that behavior that could affect you, and you could start to co-regulate to that behavior and just find acceptance and just know that they're just having a bad day. Maybe they need space, maybe they need help. If it's a relationship as well, don't place too much judgment in struggles. If there's an argument, if there's yet again another type of mistake, so much different examples for the sake of time. But in a relationship, you know, if you go through something and it just feels like it's a struggle, you know, maybe you need some space. Maybe you don't want to argue and talk excessively because you already made your point. You know, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want a solution. What can you do? You know, behavior patterns, layers, write things down. When something happens to you, take time to process it. Don't place judgment on something because it's happening on your side, you know? And once you're emotionally regulated to that situation, write things down. And I'm telling you, when you write stuff down, so much fearful thoughts is so much. You're going to be able to crunch it up. And what you write down is going to be so concise and boom. This is what I feel. This is what I'm going through. This is what I think the solution will be. And it could be much more of a productive path you could go through, you know? So, again, not placing judgment on yourself, not being sinful or anything. Just take time to accept, hey, this happened. I did this. I don't like it. I don't morally accept it. What can I do to find the solution? You know, don't place judgment on yourself. Remember, self-compassion, self-love. I advocate because perfectionism really kills me. And placing judgment is a huge contributor to fears, you know, to fearful thoughts and all these different emotions. So that's pretty much it. Some tips I have. Visualization, grounding techniques. Visualization being the mental, the psychological, of course, and the grounding physical. Try to just relax and make sure to practice these techniques when you're in a space where nothing's happening, you're not distracted, you know. If you're the type of person that you're on the move and you have trouble relaxing, that's fine. Everybody's different, you know. And be sure that you could at least relax your mind to just visualize that you're in a comfort zone. You're safe. Everything's fine. this happening to you, it sucks, it feels like hell, it's terrible, it's the worst thing that could happen, I'm probably gonna screw up tomorrow, all these different fearful things. Just visualize a safe space and have your toes grab onto the carpet or floor. You know, I was taught that too. I like that one. But there's so much grounding skills you could look up. And just visualize a safe space. You're safe, you're okay. And from there, what can I do to feel better? You know? And set boundaries. You know, if you have trouble, if I'm like that, you know, I co-regulate. If things affect you easily, take your time with exposure. Take your time exposing yourself to people. Take your time exposing yourself to a challenging, you know, experience. And also be careful too where you confide. Maybe you confide something to someone and you don't expect their response, but it's not harmful, but you know, it's negative towards you. Just be careful and just know, hey, maybe I won't confide in this person, you know, this thing, you know, it's delicate to me. I want someone to help me. I want someone to boost me. We're all human. We're all different, you know? So set boundaries and understand your body, you know? Understand when you feel nerves. Sometimes, you know, us as people, some of us have physiological cues more than like the psychological. And we don't notice we're in such a bad place until it's too late, you know? So understand your body, understand your tension, see where your tension's at. I help people with that, with meditations as well, you know. I like to throw that tip out there too. And check your vitamin D levels and hydrate, you know. Pure water, not flavored water, not seltzer. You know, there's a time for everything, but make sure you hydrate too. That really affects with thought patterns. So that's my video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope that helped you with tools today. As always, stay safe. Send you my love and take care, everyone. Thank you so much.